Okay, so let me break that and fix that because I hate leaving those little notes in presentations. Ooh, that took it all out. Bam. Come on. Here we are. Okay, shared screen. All right, we ain't got but a few slides, and then this is on you guys, okay? You're going to be transitioning over to prep, test prep, and all of that, finishing out your hands-on final, making sure that I have 4, 1 from each group. 1 has to have everybody's name in it from the group that participated, all that good stuff, okay? So, IBM and Cisco DNA, intent-based networking is the emerging industry model for next generation of networking. IBM builds on software-defined networking, transforming a hardware-centric and manual approach to designing and operating networks to one that's software-centric and fully automated. Remember, once upon a time, you went to each and every network router and network switch, as well as network firewall, VPN concentrator, access control, everything. Think about it. You went to each and every device and configured it individually. Each and every device individually made its own decision without respect to any other device. Nowadays, with SDN and intent-based networking and automation, the entire network is controlled from a singular device for logic, okay? For logic. Although each and every singular device does still need some measure of security implemented in it. Transforming a hardware-centric and manual approach to designing and operating networks to one that's software-centric and fully automated. Business objectives for the network are expressed as intent. Intent-based networking, IBN, captures business intent, uses analytics, machine learning, and automation to align the network continuously and dynamically as business needs change. Intent-based networking captures and translates business intent into network policies that can be automated and applied consistently across the network. Cisco views IBN as having 3 essential functions: translation, activation, and assurance. Functions interact with the underlying physical and virtual infrastructure as shown in the figure. Translation function enables network administrators to express the expected network behavior that will best support business intent. Look at that up at the top. Capture business intent and translate to policies, okay? Activation, captured intent then needs to be interpreted into policies that can be applied across the network. The activation function installs these policies into physical and virtual network infrastructure using network-wide automation. So it orchestrates the policies and configures the system's assurance in order to continuously check that the expressed intent is honored by the network at any point in time. The assurance function maintains a continuous validation and verification loop. Okay, so it provides continuous insight to management, performs corrective actions. Okay, and then you have your physical infrastructure, physical and virtual network infrastructure beyond it, below it. All devices in the network, like routers, switches, servers, access points, and virtual machines, are subject to translation, activation, and insurance. With the assurance being a permanent loop. Network infrastructure as fabric. From the perspective of IBM, the physical and virtual network infrastructure is a fabric an overlay that represents the logical topology used to virtually connected devices. The overlay limits the number of devices, and the network administrator has to program and provide services and alternative forwarding methods not controlled by the underlying physical devices. They're controlled centrally. The overlay is where encapsulation protocols like IPsec, and CAPWAP. What's CAPWAP? Somebody got to tell me what CAPWAP is, or I'm going to stay on a vape break.
Uh-oh.
Hopefully without having to look that shit up, because we just covered that not too long ago. Let's see. Control and provisioning.
And the WAP at the end is real easy.
They sleeping, man. They still doing lunch. They probably ate too much for lunch, and they all on siesta time. Something wireless.
Wow.
Wireless. Protocol something.
Control and provisioning of wireless access points, right?
Okay, yeah.
CAPWAP use. What protocol is CAPWAP use? Let me help you out. It ends in a P.
TCP.
Nope.
UDP.
Nope.
Nah.
It's
Try
an
again.
application protocol.
My crack pipe here so I can take it.
Kevin, what you said?
I said it ends in a P and starts in an L.
Wait, hold on. Wait, is that protocol an application protocol, or is it like one of the...
I don't even know what you're talking about. This is strictly for wireless.
Yeah, but it uses a protocol, right? Is it an application protocol, or is it a lower layer protocol?
What are you talking about? Well, you know, you got split MAC and all that kind of stuff that goes on. Split MAC operates on the MAC address of the device itself, as well as the communications between networking components. So if you got CAPWAP and you have lightweight access point protocol, right? That's what CAPWAP uses.
Yeah, but
access points.
But what I'm saying is lightweight access point protocol.
Oh, that's not a layer 3 protocol, no.
Okay, then.
That's what it's not a layer 3.
So is it application layer or layer 2?
It's layer 2. It only operates between the access point and the controller.
Gotcha.
On a given LAN segment.
Okay.
All right, so the overlay is where encapsulation protocols like IPsec and CAPWAP occur. Using now do note, CAPWAP is more layer 3 than layer 2, but lightweight access point protocol is layer 2-ish. Just so you know. It's kind of a rough kind of thing. Once the layer 3 is set up, once CAPWAP occurs with its split MAC functions, lightweight access point protocol runs between the wireless LAN controller and the access point. And then the other end of the MAC functions is simply your host communicating. Okay? So the network administrator, using an IBN solution, intent-based networking solution, the network administrator can use policies to specify exactly what happens in the overlay control plane. Notice how the switches are physically connected is not a concern of the overlay. Now, remember, you have the physical infrastructure which some people call the underlay network. It's not really the underlay network. The physical infrastructure is the wiring connections between devices. The underlay network are the protocols and encapsulations that manage communication at layer 2. And all of the overlay networks are layer 3. Like IP is an overlay network. IPsec is an overlay network. You get the idea? Anyway, the underlay network is the physical topology that includes all hardware required to meet business objectives. The underlay reveals additional devices and specifies how the devices are connected. Endpoints, such as servers in the figure, access the network through layer 2 devices. The underlay control plane is responsible for simple forwarding tasks, switching in the simplest sense, okay? Cisco Digital Network Architecture, DNA, implements the IBN fabric using Cisco DNA. That's how Cisco implements it. Business intent is securely deployed into the network infrastructure, the fabric itself. Cisco DNA then continuously gathers data from a multitude of sources, devices, and applications to provide a rich context of information. The information can then be analyzed to make sure the network is performing securely at its optimal level and in accordance with business intent and network policies. When you look at the DNA solutions, you have SD access, and I mentioned earlier SD-WAN, a lot of different flavors of this software-defined networking stuff. You have SD access, first intent-based enterprise networking solution built using Cisco digital network architecture. Uses a single network fabric across LAN and wireless LAN to create a consistent, highly secure user experience, segments user, device, and application traffic, and automates user access policies to establish the right policy for any user or device with any application across the network. The benefit enables network access in minutes for any user or device to any application without compromising security. You have SD-WAN, software-defined wide area networking, using secure cloud-delivered architecture to centrally manage WAN connections. Simplifies and accelerates delivery of secure, flexible, and rich WAN services to connect data centers, branches, campuses, and co-location facilities. Co-location facilities are facilities that offer the same exact service, and you can access either facility dependent upon geolocation, but they also operate as failovers for each other, okay? Co-location of services. It can be gotten one of two ways, or one or more ways. Delivers better user experiences for applications residing on premise or in the cloud. Achieves greater agility and cost savings through easier deployments and transport interdependence, or independence, not interdependence. Independence. You get what's closest to you, and the other as a failover. Cisco DNA Assurance, used to troubleshoot and increase IT productivity, applies advanced analytics and machine learning to improve performance and issue resolution, as well as to predict, or should I say, and to be able to predict and assure network performance. Provides real-time notification for network conditions that require attention. Benefit allows you to identify root causes, provides suggested remediation for faster troubleshooting. The Digital Network Architecture Center provides easy-to-use single dashboard with insights and drill down capabilities. Drill down. Whenever you're troubleshooting something, you typically drill down, is what it's called, to the actual problem, okay? Machine learning continually improves network intelligence to predict problems before they occur. DNA security, used to provide visibility by using the network as a sensor for real-time analysis and intelligence, provides increased granular control to enforce policy and contain threats across the network. Benefit, reduced risk, and protects the organization against threats, even in encrypted traffic. Gains a 360-degree visibility through real-time analytics for deep intelligence across the network. Lower complexity with end-to-end security. DNA Center is the foundational controller and analytics platform at the heart of Cisco DNA. Supports the expansion of intent for multiple use cases, including basic automation, fabric provisioning, policy-based segmentation in an enterprise network. Each one of those is separate. DNA Center is a network management and command center for provisioning and configuring network devices. It's a hardware and software platform, providing a single pane of glass, single interface, focused on assurance, analytics, and automation. DNA Center interface launch page gives you an overall health summary and network snapshot. From there, network administrator can quickly drill down into areas of interest, point and click. I want to look at this part. I want to look at that. I want to look at that subfacet of it. Okay. At the top, menus, look at the top there. Provide you access to DNA Center's 5 main areas as shown in the figure. These are design, policy, provision, assurance, and platform. Design. You model your network from sites and buildings to devices and links, both physically, virtual, across the campus, branch, WAN, and cloud. Policy. Use policies to automate and simplify network management, reducing cost and risk while speeding out the rollout of new and enhanced services. Provision. Provide new services to users with ease, speed, and security across your enterprise network, regardless of network size and complexity. Excuse me there. Assurance. Use proactive monitoring and insights from the network devices and applications to predict problems faster and ensure that policy and configuration changes achieve business intent and the user experience you expect. Platform uses APIs, application programming interfaces, to integrate with your preferred information technology systems to create end-to-end solutions and add support for multi-vendor devices. That's it. We're at the end of this one. It's like I'm on hang time for a while. Kevin's got to work.
Ah, damn.
Well, actually, for today and tomorrow, it's more them than you, because I need all the damn exams finished. I need all them damn hands-on finals done.
Well, they have today for the hands-on.
Yeah, well, today and tomorrow. Well, today for the hands-on. Hopefully they'll have that done. Tomorrow afternoon, your electronic final for semester 3. Just an FYI. Now, anybody between like 9:30 tomorrow morning and 1:10 tomorrow afternoon that claims they caught COVID and they couldn't be here, I'm going to hunt you down. I'm going to find somebody that has COVID and have them cough all over you. Anyway, automation, any process that's self-driven, reducing, and potentially eliminating the need for human intervention. Whenever a course of action is taken by a device based on an outside piece of information, then the device is a smart device. You got smart TVs, smartphones, smart this, smart that, and the other thing. For smart devices to think, they need to be programmed using network automation tools. Data formats, simply a way to store and interchange data in a structured format. Common data formats used by many applications, including network automation and programmability, a JavaScript object notation, JSON, extensible markup language, XML, and YAML. YAML simply stands for, don't look for what YAML is. It's just simply, YAML ain't markup language, period. Data formats have rules and structure similar to what we have with programming and written languages. An API, application programming interface, is a set of rules describing how one application can interact with another application and the instructions to allow the interaction to occur. Open/public APIs are, as the name suggests, publicly available. Internal private APIs, used only within an organization. Partner APIs, used between a company and its business partners. 4 types of web service APIs. You got SOAP, Simple Object Access Protocol, REST, Representational State Transfer, and Extensible Markup Language, RPC, Remote Procedure Call, as well as JSON, Remote Procedure Call. A REST API defines a set of functions developers can use to perform requests and receive responses via HTTP protocol like GET and POST. Remember that they correlate to RESTful, create, read, update, and delete. or CRUD, conforming to the constraints of the REST architecture, is generally referred to as being RESTful. RESTful APIs use common HTTP methods, including post, get, put, patch, and delete. The methods correspond to RESTful operations: create, read, update, and delete, or CRUD. Web resources and web services such as RESTful APIs are identified using a URI. A URI has two specializations: Uniform Resource Name, URN, and Uniform Resource Locator, URL. In a RESTful web service, a request made to a resource's URI will elicit a response. The response will be a payload, typically formatted in JSON. Different parts of the API requests are the API server, resources, and query. Queries can include format, key, and parameters. We already went over that. There are now new and different methods for network operators to automatically monitor, manage, and configure the network. These include protocols and technologies such as REST, Ansible. Like I said, you got that guy on the internet, you can subscribe to his YouTube. Okay, he's got a real good YouTube going for Ansible. Puppet, Chef, Python, JSON, XML, and more. And what the hell is that guy's name? You know, sometimes I remember it, sometimes I don't remember it. But he's pretty damn good because he does it in depth. All right. Configuration management tools use RESTful API requests to automate. Roger Perkins, that's his name. Roger Perkins. If you want to learn Ansible, sign up to his YouTube. Roger Perkins. It's free, teaches it all. Characteristics of the network. Wait a minute. Configuration management tools use RESTful API requests to automate tasks and scale across thousands of devices. Okay. By the way, you got Puppet, Chef, Python, JSON, XML. There are more. There are different designations, like Ansible uses playbooks. Puppet and Chef use Puppet and Chef cookbooks. Okay. And some interact with Python. You got Python, you got JSON and XML, and a lot of others. Configuration management tools use RESTful API requests to automate tasks and scale across thousands of devices. Characteristics of the network that benefit from automation include software and version control, device attributes such as names, addressing, security, and protocol configurations, as well as ACL configs. Configuration management tools typically include automation and orchestration. Orchestration is the arranging of automated tasks that results in a coordinated process or workflow. Intent-based networking builds on software-defined networking, taking a software-centric, fully automated approach to designing and operating networks. Cisco views intent-based networking as having three essential functions: translation, activation, and assurance. Remember, assurance is a looped function. Physical and virtual network infrastructure is a fabric. The term fabric describes an overlay that represents the logical topology used to virtually connect to devices. The underlay network is the physical topology that includes all the hardware required to meet business objectives. All right, now I'm going to break in and just clarify that a little bit. You have the physical infrastructure, okay? On the physical infrastructure is configured the underlay network, which are the encapsulations, layer 2 tunneling, and all of that good stuff that happens on top of the physical infrastructure. And then IP, IPv6 are overlay networks on top of the underlay network. And IPsec is an overlay network on top of IP, as well as others, okay? Anyway, Cisco implements the IBN fabric using Cisco Digital Network Architecture. The business intent is securely deployed into the network infrastructure, the fabric itself. Cisco DNA then continuously gathers data from a multitude of sources, devices, and applications to provide a rich context of information. Cisco DNA Center is a network management and command center for provisioning and configuring network devices. It's a single interface hardware and software platform that focuses on assurance, analytics, and automation. That's it. I'm done. I cast you aside, my minions.
That's a wrap for all presentations.
That's it. That's the last one. It really is the last one. Anybody got any questions? I'll take that to mean no questions. Thank you for the feedback. Okay, so like I said to you guys this morning, I was going to send out an email and inquire about the job development part, okay? I got to thank you for the feedback. There is a job developer on board to work with the cohorts. Yes, there was a scheduled session for the students yesterday, in addition to the one skipped on 4-1. Thank you for covering both. Classes will be made up by the job developer. And Donna was CC'd regarding your concerns, okay? Is everybody okay with how that went?
Cool, thanks. We really appreciate it, Chris.
Okay. You know.
Very nice of you. Thank you. Thank you for taking your time out.
All right, but don't snitch on me saying I told you what she said.
No. We got you.
Because when the time comes, if it doesn't go the way it was supposed to go, I will say something again. I'd just rather not be snitched on when I do. Get it?
We didn't hear a thing.
To be like loyal to administration, but the reality is I'm faculty, so I'm loyal to students, not necessarily administration. Okay?
Thank you. You're the best.
Great. All right, so I don't know how it's go. I imagine I'll get like word on that, but it's all good. Because I got to take a day or two off here or there and certify for a couple of things. So, you know. But like I said, I'll always say something when you guys have concerns. I'll never say who said it. And even if they ask, I'll say, yeah, I can't like breach that confidence. I'm messed up like that. They already know it, so they don't even bother to ask. Okay? So at this point, I'm sure you guys owe me something, like a chapter exam or something. Maybe a final exam. How do you want to do this? You want breakout rooms, or you want to sit all in the same room to get what you got to get done?
So basically, we're doing the module exams?
You got module exams, and anybody that owes a hands-on final or has to finish it out can do that also. Let me know how you want to go. You want to be in the main room? You want to be broken into your individual rooms so you can commiserate with each other while you're doing this? I highly recommend that because, you know, some people are going to have questions about a question, right? And somebody else in the group will have an answer for that question. I have no problem with people working together to get a final chapter exam or a final done. I really don't have a problem with that. It is the field you chose. You will never have all of the frickin' answers, but you should be able to derive an answer by commiserating with your comrades, right?
Makes sense to me.
Sounds good to you? So you want to be broken into groups, breakout rooms. Let me know. Does anybody at this point owe a hands-on final? You don't have to tell me. You can tell yourselves when you get in the breakout room. You want breakout rooms, or you just want to stay here and do what you got to do? I'm here. You need me, holler out, text. And we're back up to 18 participants again. How is that? What is that? 3, 6.
Chris, I'll have one more device. That's me. So another Celeste. That's me.
What? Oh, you have an extra device.
Right, because
Okay.
I can't run Zoom and Packet Tracer at once.
Okay, so
Thank you.
want me to drop you into breakout rooms?
Yes,
All right, you guys gotta let me know what the rooms are. Who's in what rooms? Okay,
so group one, me, and then John, Naomi, Esteban.
so Celeste, John, Naomi, Esteban. There you go. Who's in group two?
Natalia, Ramon, Oscar, and Jerson.
Natalia, Ramon. Where's Ramon? Where's Ramon? There he is. Oscar and Jerson. Okay, who's in room three?
Abdul, Anaza, James, and Jean.
James and Jean. Okay, and room four is Felix, Man, Philippe, Alejandro. Calvin, what room are you in? You in four or? Calvin,
He's with Felix.
he's with Felix, so he's in room four. All right, let me move him. Where the hell did he go? Where the heck did he go? He like disappeared. Wait a minute. There he is. Rooms are open.